In the frozen silence of the North, where the cold can shatter bone and shadows decide who lives and who dies, two predators walk the same snow. One is a ghost, the other a storm. The lynx, silent, precise, untouchable. The wolverine, fearless, relentless, unstoppable. They are not enemies by choice, but the frozen wilderness forces them into a rivalry carved by hunger, instinct, and survival. This is the Battle of the North, Lynx versus Wolverine. Dr. Samuel Ridge, wildlife conflict analyst. Neither predator wants a fight, but hunger doesn't negotiate. When prey is scarce, even the quietest forests can explode in violence. Lynx versus Wolverine, War of the Winter Shadows. In the far northern wilderness, where winter rules for 9 months and silence is broken only by the wind, two predators walk the same snow. One is a ghost, silent, precise. The lynx, the master of stealth. The other is a storm, fearless, unstoppable. The wolverine, the warrior of the North. They are not enemies by choice. They are enemies by nature. Both chase the same food, walk the same trails, and fight for the same survival. This is their story, a story written in snow and sealed in blood. The land of endless winter. The northern forests stretch for thousands of miles. Frozen rivers cut through black spruce. Snow piles higher than a man. Temperatures fall to -40 degrees Celsius. In this land, only the toughest survive. Moose, snowshoe hares, caribou, owls, wolves. But none shape the ecosystem as quietly or as violently as the lynx and wolverine. The lynx moves silently, each paw spreading over the snow like a feather. The wolverine crashes through the forest with raw confidence, a living tank in a world of ice. Their paths cross more often than either predator wants. The lynx, shadow of the forest. The lynx is not large, only 20 to 30 kilograms, but every muscle is built for hunting in deep snow. Its paws are snowshoes. Its ears are antenna-like sensors. Its eyes pierce darkness. Its body is pure silence. A lynx can stalk a hare for an hour, never making a sound, each step measured like a heartbeat. It kills with a single explosive leap, a blur of claws and teeth. But the lynx has weaknesses. It hates open fights, it exhausts quickly, and it avoids unnecessary risks. This will matter soon. The wolverine, the northern gladiator. The wolverine is half the lynx's size, but twice as fearless. Short legs, powerful shoulders, jaws like steel. A wolverine can drag a deer carcass through deep snow. It can chase off wolves. It can climb trees to steal prey from eagles. It does not know fear. It does not accept defeat. The locals say, a hungry wolverine fears nothing on earth. Unlike the lynx, the wolverine has one mission: fight, steal, survive. The hare crisis. The northern cycle begins. Snowshoe hare populations drop, a natural 10-year cycle. When hares disappear, lynx starve, wolverines grow desperate, and desperate predators become dangerous predators. This winter, hares are scarce, tracks are few. The lynx grows thin, the wolverine grows bold. Their conflict is now guaranteed. First encounter. The sun sets early, only 5 hours of light. In the blue twilight, the lynx stalks a lone hare. It waits, steps, pauses, breathes the cold air like smoke. Suddenly, footsteps, heavy, direct, unafraid. The wolverine appears from behind spruce trees, sniffing the air, smelling the same hare. The lynx freezes. The wolverine growls low and guttural. Both predators lock eyes. They're not hunting the hare anymore. They're hunting each other's will. The hare escapes into the snow. The lynx growls softly. The wolverine grins. A silent victory without a fight. The conflict has started. The scavenger war. With hares disappearing, both predators turn to scavenging. A frozen deer carcass lies near a riverbank. Ravens circle overhead. The wolverine arrives first. It tears into frozen meat with bone-crushing jaws. Minutes later, the lynx approaches silently, fur blending with falling snow. It watches, calculates, waits. The lynx does not want direct combat, but it needs this meal. Slowly, carefully, it creeps closer. The wolverine turns suddenly, eyes bright, lips curled. A warning. But the lynx does not retreat. The snow crackles under tense paws, then a roar of fury. The wolverine charges. The lynx leaps backward into a tree, narrowly avoiding the attack. The carcass belongs to the wolverine now. The lynx leaves hungry. The wolverine leaves victorious. But their next meeting will not end so quietly. A lynx in need. A female lynx hides 3 cubs in a snow den. They are starving. She hunts for hours and finds almost nothing. Her strength fades, her movement slow. Every hunt matters. One night, she smells something. Fresh blood. A recent kill. Hope. She moves toward the scent and freezes. At the kill site is the wolverine, and it is not alone. A second wolverine, a younger one, circles the area. 2 wolverines, 1 lynx. The odds are impossible. She retreats into darkness. Her cubs cry softly in the cold wind. The wolverines raid. Meanwhile, the wolverine grows more aggressive. It raids fox dens, steals owl kills, attacks porcupines, breaks into a wolf carcass frozen in ice. It even follows a wolf pack, waiting for leftovers. This predator is a survivor, a master thief. But every bold act brings it closer to the lynx's territory, a territory guarded with quiet determination. The night of the blizzard. A blizzard hits the forest, winds roaring like a living beast. Visibility drops to nothing. Temperatures crash. During the storm, animals grow desperate. The lynx moves through the whiteout, ears twitching, listening for any sound. The wolverine battles the snow, each step heavy, muscles freezing. Both predators are moving toward the same place. A dead moose buried beneath snow and ice. A life-saving feast. The stage is set. The final confrontation. The lynx reaches the carcass first. It digs through snow, pulls out a frozen leg, and begins to eat. Minutes later, the wolverine arrives, eyes blazing with hunger. It snarls, a sound swallowed by the blizzard. The lynx raises its head. Snow swirls around them like ghosts. The wolverine advances. The lynx stands firm. No more running. No more stealing. No more warnings. Tonight, the frozen forest will decide a winner. The fight. The wolverine charges first, a blur of muscle and anger. The lynx leaps sideways, claws flashing. Snow explodes around them. The wolverine bites, but gets a mouthful of fur. The lynx strikes, claws tearing across thick wolverine shoulders. The wolverine roars, a sound almost unheard in nature. They circle, breathe steam, move like ancient enemies. The lynx slashes again, fast, precise. The wolverine lunges, unstoppable, furious. They collide in a storm of claws, teeth, and snow. Minutes feel like hours. Finally, the lynx lands a deep strike on the wolverine's muzzle. Blood hits the snow. The wolverine hesitates, the first sign of weakness. The lynx takes its chance. It leaps, kicks, and escapes into the trees. The wolverine, wounded and exhausted, falls back into the blizzard. The fight is over. No winners, only survivors. The lynx reaches shelter. It licks its wounds. It survives, barely. The wolverine drags itself into a fallen log, breathing heavily. It survives, barely. In the end, winter decides everything. The moose carcass remains untouched, covered again by drifting snow. There was no king, no ruler, only survivors. The cycle continues. Weeks pass. The hare population rises again. Spring sunlight melts the forest. The lynx returns to hunting. The wolverine scavenges as fiercely as before. Their paths still cross, but they avoid each other now. The battle taught them both. Victory in the north is never permanent. Survival is the only prize. And in the ancient forests, their rivalry lives on. Silent shadow versus fearless warrior. Lynx versus wolverine. A conflict carved into the ice since the beginning of winter itself.